Hello, everyone. Our today's live webinar is focused on visa refusal and cancellations. Myself, Harmeet Saini, Registered Migration Agent with CECA. In today's webinar, we are going to discuss why visas got refused and cancelled, how to apply for a review if visa get cancelled or refused, what are the key deadlines, fee structures, and documents required for the ART process, and what happened at the hearing while you we go physically or by the virtual ART hearing, and what would be the outcomes, next step, tips and tricks to go through the hearing process. So let's come to the first question: why refusal and visa cancellation takes place. So usually the reason behind the visa refusal is if applicant does not meet the visa criteria, or incomplete or inconsistent evidences are supplied during the application process. So for example, insufficient evidences of genuine relationship in partner visa. If you not provided enough evidences when you lost the applications, or if you failure to meet skill assessment requirements uh, during the visa process. So these are the example of main causes why visa get refused. Moreover, the most of the visa criteria is mentioned in the schedule 2 of the migration regulations. So if any of the schedule 2 criteria is not satisfied in the visa application, then visa get refused. On the other hand, visa cancellation. So the main cause of visa cancellation is failure to maintain visa conditions or any character concern. So, such as breaching visa conditions, failing character requirements, or providing false or misleading informations, then there's the chances of visa cancellations as well after the getting of visa grant. So, what is ART? ART is the Administrative Review Tribunal. It was established on 14th of October 2024. Formerly, it was known as AAT, Administrative Appeal Tribunal. And ART is an independent body that review the decision made by the Department of Home Affairs. So it deals with migration, protection, and certain character-related matters. Its role is to provide a fresh review of the decision, considering whether it was legally correct and the preferred outcome. So when a visa is get refused or cancelled, it usually because the applicant did not meet the criteria for the visa subclass or no longer meet the requirement to continue holding the visa, means breaching some visa conditions. So certain visa refusal and cancellation are reviewable by the ART. So it is defined in section 338 of the Migration Act 1958. The appeal must be lodged within the strict time frame after the decision made by the Department of Home Affairs. So deadlines are very strict, so ART cannot extend them. So always keep in mind. So the method of lodgement of ART process, it is online, or you can do via email, or you can do in person at the ART registry office. So application fee for ART is 3,580. While for protection visa cases, if protection visa refusal, in that case it is or cancellation, it is 2,203. But you don't have to pay any fee during the application process. But if the application is unsuccessful, then $2,203 have to pay to the ART. Or general division, if the visa cancellation because of character ground under section 501, then the application fee is 1,148. There is one more provision for the fee reduction. So, reduced fee on the basis of financial hardship. A 50% fee reduction can be requested if paying cause financial hardship. So, to apply, when you apply for the ART appeal, uh, better to pay in full or reduce fee before the deadlines so that your application be submitted on time, and then submit a request for fee reduction form with the supporting evidences. So these supporting evidences could be the recent pay slip or any Centrelink statement, proof of other income if you have like child support or any investment income you're getting, evidence of rent, mortgage or utility payments, recent bank or credit card statements, or any evidences or waiver requested by legal aid or pro bono assistance. So all these documents have to be submitted with the request for fee reduction form. If no documents is provided, then ART may decide based upon the information given or may ask for the further supporting documentations. So applying for the review, the journal requirement when you apply for the ART review are the have to follow the Migration Act 1958 and Migration Regulation 1994 and the Administrative Review Tribunal Practice Direction. So there's all these direction and regulations are undertaken in concern by the Administrative Review Tribunal before deciding any decision on your visa application. So strict compliance is required to prevent the application being declared invalid. So main requirements must include all prescribed information and must be all that documentation be accomplished by all required documentations and must be submitted with the application fee, or if you already approved the reduced fee or fee waiver, then that fee, the half of that fee must be paid with the applications. So as I discussed, so application can be applied through online or through paper application, or you can apply through the email or in person as well. If applying for a review and your family member changing, or that family member wants to have their own review application, in that case the tribunal require written consent from each family member before combining application. Application must also notify the ART if there is any changes within the family, like a person included in the application wishes to be removed and treated separately, and other changes that must be reported after lodgement if there is any other change within the family. For example, if the child is born and should be added to the application, if your marriage or de facto relationship ends, or if a family member passed away. So all this information must be reported to the ART as soon as possible. If it is a employer sponsored visa or any employer, ART application is for any sponsorship, employer sponsorship, or any nomination application is there, then any changes with the company ownership, like if it entered in the new administration or if has undergone liquidation or ceased trading, so or any information like that must be reported to the ART as soon as possible. So time deadlines, they are very strict to apply with the ART. So you can see on the screen the main deadlines are: if the applicant is in the immigration detention, in that case, for example, if somebody visa cancelled and he is detained by the Department of Home Affairs, in that case, they have to lodge ART appeal for that decision within 7 days of being notified. Of being notified means If you notified by the email, then it is assumed that you are notified on the same day when you receive the email. So after getting that email, within 7 days, you have to apply the application to the ART. If it is a paper notification, you get a mail in the post, then you can apply ART. um, Take 7 extra days to apply. For example, if it is 7 days, so 7 plus 7 is a 14 days. You can apply if it is paper notification to you. And if you are offshore, then you can add another 21 days to uh, have the time to apply for the ART. If applicant is not in the detention, in that case, for journal applications, so the strict deadlines are 28 days, where when the you notified by the decision for the refusal or visa cancellations, means you have to apply ART within 28 days of being notification. For character reviews, it is only 9 days to give, and to you have to apply ART within 9 days, and the ART really expedites the process for the character review application, and they decide this application within 48 days. The main thing is with those deadlines, so be careful. If you miss the deadline, you lose the chance for the review. Then only option left for you is to go to the federal court. So what happened when you apply? So when application is received by the ART, so department sent all the information related to your case, your documentation within 28 days to the ART. And these documents form the basis of the ART review. Confidential information, either you or the department may request that certain documents or information not to be shared with the other third party if confidentially is justified. The hearing process, how it takes place. So on the day of the hearing are quite formal but less intimating than a courtroom. So usually run by the one tribunal member who makes the decision. So during the hearing, the member explain the process and your right. You or your representative, that could be migration agent or could be a lawyer, present your evidences. Witness may give testimony. So tribunal may allow interpreter if required. The member will ask question to clarify the fact. Both you and the department representative can summarize the argument at the end of the hearing. So if for the hearing, if you require any interpreter, you have any difficulty with the English language, then interpreter must be requested early in the response to the hearing invitation. So before the hearing, so when you get the hearing invitation, so straight away you must request for the interpreter if you required, and make sure the interpreter translate word to word what you are saying to the member, or member is want to communicate to you. So they translate word to word, but not summarize the argument. So while giving the evidences on the ART hearing, so the first step when you enter in the hearing room, so you will be asked to swear or affirm to tell the truth. How to address the member? So usually the member who conducting the ART hearing, so usually use formal title like member, or you can ask with member Smith, the last name. Or like you can say senior member Brown. So your honor, you can be use it if the member is a president or a judge. So then the member will ask direct question to you. So don't be scared, be clear, factual, concise, and do not interrupt or argue with the member. So your lawyer or migration agent can represent your arguments and guide you through the process. You may still be asked direct questions, even if your lawyer or migration agents are assisting you during all the processing, but you still be asked by the um, tribal member directly to answer some questions. So, and after the hearing, so how the outcome takes place. So if your outcome of the hearing is in the favor of you, then it means tribunal overturn the department refusal or cancellation decision. You may be granted or keep your visa. Other way, if it is not in the favor of you, the decision is unfavorable, then tribunal affirm the department decision of visa refusal and cancellation. The third form of justification is remit the decision. So the remit means the tribunal sent back the case to the Department of Home Affairs to reconsider with the new directions. So how the communicate the decision of the ART hearing. So it may be announced at the end of the hearing. So tribunal can say that so it is in the favor or not in the favor, or they're going to remit the case. So they can tell you orally after the ART hearing. Or if for the written response, usually they follow 2 weeks or can take longer if there is any more complexity, depends upon the case by case basis. If you lose, in that case, you still have the option, you can appeal to the federal court for the point of law, or apply for a direct visa if eligible. Like in the meantime, you eligible for any other visa, so you still, if you eligible for to apply, you can apply that visa, but you must take care of the section 48. So if section 48 allows you to apply another visa you're eligible for, so you can apply another visa as well. Otherwise you can go for ministerial intervention as well, but in the rare cases. So basic tips for students or visa holders who visa get refused or cancelled. The main first tip is be careful about the deadline for the application. So deadlines are quite strict and not extendable. So lodge your review immediately as soon as you get the refusal or cancellation notifications. So be organized, be focused on the fact, seek help from your migration agent or migration lawyer. Uh, Respect the process, respect the day of the hearing, the members, and collect all the documentation, prepare in advance. So present timely with the ART member on the day of the hearing, and present your uh, case precisely with the ART member. So main keys takeaway to visa refusal cancellation happens for many reasons, as we discussed. You may have the right for the review of that decision. So don't be panic if your visa get refused or cancelled. So if you are onshore, or even if you are offshore, even in some cases your sponsor are here, either their company or their family member, so you may have the right to review for that decision. Deadlines are critical, 7 to 28 days or 9 days for corrective grounds. Evidence is the main key, so prepare and submit on time with the required evidences. And tribunal, keep in mind, tribunal is an independent body, not the part of the Department of Home Affairs. They are independent body and they review the case on the basis of fact, law, and the information you supplied. So if you have any more question regarding the ART process, if you got any visa refusal or cancellation, so Please prepare accordingly what we have described within the strict deadlines and with the proper evidences, and always consult your migration agent or migration lawyer uh, to seek the advice what sort of documentation you required and how to prepare for the ART. If you need more information, clarification, or you need our assistance for the ART process, and or for the you already lost the ART, you need assistance for the ART hearing, please do contact us, our CECA office. So that's all for the day. If you have any question or concern, please contact us. So our contact numbers are displayed on the screen. Thank you very much. Thanks for today.